Hey everyone, my name's Chris. I'm a full-time beauty pageant director as my career, but in my spare time, I'm a huge toy collector. I've been collecting toys now for over 40 years. You can officially call me a toyaholic. Thanks so much for checking out my YouTube channel. My channel consists mainly of two things: beauty pageants, which I love, and toys, which I love even more. My dream in life has always been to own a toy museum, so it's finally happened. I've bought a building, and now I've got to move this massive collection and value it into the building. We're calling it the Toy Vault because it's an old bank building located in Crystal Springs, Mississippi that actually has two large vaults. So now I'm just going to make a ton of videos and value my toy collection, and then I'm going to make some where I take you shopping with me to thrift stores and flea markets and toy stores to let you see where I find all these goodies. So let's start this episode of valuing my toy collection and value some toys. Well, in today's episode of Value My Toy Collection, we're going to value some Barbies. So let's jump right in. First, we have this roller skating Barbie that's vintage from the 80s, and she's worth a whopping $250 so far. I always take the lowest value on eBay when I'm trying to value the toy collection. Then we have the roller skating Ken doll, and he's worth about $110. Alright, next up we have this Magic Curl Barbie. This is the white version of this doll. She's worth about $100. And then we have the Pink and Pretty Christy doll. She's worth about $275. For some reason, the Christy dolls from the 80s are worth a little bit more. I think they didn't make as many. Now next we have the Dream Date Barbie. She's worth about $120. And then we have her friend, Dream Date PJ, that's worth about $215. Alright, let's move on to the next row. First, we have the Magic Curl Christy doll, and she's worth about $200. And then we have the Pink and Pretty Barbie, the white version. She's worth about $185. And then we have Western Skipper. She's worth about $50. And then Wedding Tracy, she's worth about $70. And let's see what the next layer of dolls is. First we have Dream Date Ken, he's worth about $60. And then we have this one that was a little bit controversial called Earring Magic Barbie was the Ken. He's worth about $200. They accused him of being the gay doll. And then we have Great Shape Barbie, she's worth about $90 still in the box. And then we have this doll. He's the Now Look Ken doll. He's worth about $150. And this next row, let's see. We'll start with this side. This is the Todd doll that goes with the Wedding Tracy doll. He's worth about $50 still in the box. And then we have these two dolls. They're not Barbies. They're called the Wrangler brand dolls. Let me try to get this glare off the package. This is the girl, and she's worth about $35. But they're very cool, even though they're not Barbie. They kind of look like the Jordache dolls a little bit. And then we have the Wrangler boy doll, and he's worth about $40. And then we have this Western Stampin' Tara Lynn doll, and she's worth about $55. And then we have the Western Stampin' Ken doll, who's worth about $50. Kind of looks like the new Ken doll that just came out in the Barbie movie. And then we have the Western Stampin' Barbie African American doll. She's worth about $120. And then the Western Stampin' Barbie, and she's worth about $60. I don't know why they started calling the African American one Barbie as well instead of Christy. And we have this Detective Barbie. She's worth about $45. And then we have this Barbie Wedding Cake box set. It's worth about $45. And then we have this newer version of Barbie's Wedding. It's a whole set. It's worth about $120. Only at Target. We have these dolls in these dome-shaped cases that are pretty cool. We have the Starlight Splendor Bob Mackie Barbie, the African American. She's worth about $100. And then we have the Bob Mackie Gold Barbie, who's worth about $110. And then this sophisticated Barbie and Ken worth about $120. Then I have one Nini Momo doll. It's a one-of-a-kind doll, Miss Ireland from 2003, and she's worth about $185. I think I have one of the largest Nini Momo collections in the United States. And we're also going to value some of our Soda Funko figures. We have Beach Mickey Mouse, who's worth about $14. And then we have Mary Bromfield. I believe she's from Shazam, worth about $13. And then we have Klaus. He's from Umbrella Academy. He's worth about $10. I just like the way he looked. And then we have Silent Bob. He's worth about $18. I'm not familiar with his TV show, so I'd have to learn about it. And also Ratfink, but he's worth about $21. And then Grumpy Bear from the Care Bears is worth $17. Star Wars, Darth Maul's worth about $17. Darth Vader, he's worth about $15. Greedo is worth about $16. Obi-Wan Kenobi's worth about $12. And then Boba Fett's worth about $16. The Him figure from Powerpuff Girls worth $15. Duck Dodgers worth $25. Bugs Bunny as Superman worth $20. Yogi Bear Chase figure who's flopped worth $35. And then we have Splinter from Ninja Turtles worth $16. And then I got something cool. I got a 6-pack of Peanuts Soda Funko figures. I had Woodstock and Snoopy, Charlie Brown, and then they came in a little cooler carrying case. And then it came with Lucy, a Peppermint Patty, and Linus. And with the case, with the strap, it's worth about $100 for the set. More, we have Hawkman, he's worth about $15, and Misfit Elephant's worth about $20. And then we have Batmite, he's worth about $15. You know, this really cool astronaut, he's worth about $18. Then from Care Bears, we have Bedtime Bear, who's worth about $16. And then we have another Star Wars figure, a Stormtrooper, worth $16. We have Daniel LaRusso, worth about $20 from Karate Kid, and also Johnny Lawrence, worth about $12. Have this Captain America figure, worth about $17, and Vampire Jack, he's worth about $18. And then we have Raya, I always want to say Raya, but she's worth $18. Then we have some miscellaneous stuff. We have another Hart family doll that we need to add to our other set. He's worth about $50, the Bath Time Fun doll. I got him for $17. And then we have some of Vampirina's friends worth about $16 for this set. I'd say about $4 each. And then we have the Ariel on this little stand. She's worth about $13. A little Gummy Bear Funko's worth about $10 loose. And then we have these cute little clown figurines. They're worth about $8 and $12. I paid $5 each for them at the flea market. I have a color reveal doll who's worth about $12. And then a Sophia Mermaid doll worth about $15. And these little vintage acrylic clowns you would win at the fair, they're worth about $8 for the set. Have a Lala Loopsy pet worth about $5. A little Bluey figure worth about $3. And then an Ariel figure who's worth about $2. A Fairy Godmother is worth about $3. Zoom Zoom's worth about $5. The Pocahontas doll's worth about $6. The little Peanuts cup's worth about $12. I just paid $1 for it at the thrift store recently. Our little Sisu figures from Raya are worth about $4 each. And then our little Phyllis Vance from the Office Funko is worth about $10 loose. Deuce doll from Monster High is worth about $18. And this little army figure is probably worth about $2. Then we have a little cup with this Shoney's Big Boy that's worth about $8. And we have these little loose Hot Wheels. We have 6 of those, worth about 50 cents each, so about $3. And then the ones on the cars, I always add $2.50 each, so that's $5 we can add to the total. A little Spider-Man car worth about $6. Colonel Dog and Sergeant Tibbs cat from 101 Dalmatians worth $4. And then this Aladdin doll worth about $28. And then this little green bear is worth about $3. And the last thing I have is this Atlantic Mold race car driver. He's worth about $50. I just got him at the flea market for $17. But with our previous 179 videos of value of my toy collection for our YouTube series, our total was $513,841. So with this video of our Barbies and Soda Funkos, we can add another $3,770 to our overall total. So that means our grand total for episode 180 is $517,611. Now remember, I am not a millionaire. I have just been collecting toys at garage sales, flea markets, eBay throughout my whole life. So all my collecting has turned into a nice little chunk of change for retirement. So thank you so much for watching. I'm off to make some more toy videos and value my toy collection. And if you would like to follow my journey closely, you can find me on Facebook under the Toy Vault of Mississippi.